Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. We're doing all this flat out in the dark. I can't see that grass. As a reminder, I do have a filter on OBS that makes it so the screen is a little bit brighter for all of you than it is for me. So when I say I can't see anything in the grass, I mean I can't see anything in the grass. It's why it's such a big deal where I'm like, I don't want to fight at night. Because it's dark and I cannot see. It's also I'm trying to fight them in my headlight area, because that helps with that problem. Alright, hunting knife right there. Now your varsity jacket's destroyed, or I see the holes. Thought I heard one. Guess not. Alright, I'm switching this play track. It is... like, the lo-fi is one thing, but that's just all sorts of all over the place. Like, that's good music for, like, city skylines. But for Project Zomboid, it's like, that is just too bubbly. Like Sims, City Skylines, ooh. Ah, it was already ruined. We went out of our way to not damage the jacket more, but it already had holes in it. Or Hello Kitty Online. I have never played, but sure. I imagine Hello Kitty Online is probably a pretty happy place. Well, broke our other machete. That's a shame. Alright, and I really shouldn't be fighting in the dark, if we're being entirely honest. It's not a thing I should be doing. With our sleep schedule all messed up, I could sit there in the room and just fast forward, but I want to make progress. I'll catch up in chat in a moment. Thank you for the follow, 8-Bit Beaver. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's see. Mr. Spydaz says, what do you think is the best weapon type for balance of stam, use, and damage? I mean, okay. So the two weapons I would say when you're considering stamina usage, I tend to go towards the short blunt weapons, because those are just kind of your all-arounder. They're not great at anything, but they're pretty good at everything. Otherwise, I'd probably still just say hunting knife short blades. Just because, like, they basically have effectively no stamina use when it comes to comparison to your stamina recovery. You can just fight with them for an incredibly long time before it becomes a problem. Even though their damage is not as good as a lot of weapon types until you get to higher levels. But like I can tell you, the particularly bad ones are axes are the worst when it comes to stam use, because like you take like the fireman's axe, and I believe that is 3 kilograms if I'm not mistaken. So it's just every swing you just watch it just suck away at your stamina. Some of the long blunts can be pretty rough on your stamina. So I'd say like the axes are probably the worst. The long blunt, depending on which one you use, can be pretty rough as well. But the combination I'm seeing the most popular these days is spear and short blade, or like short blunt, short blade, long blunt, short blade. Like short blade's your fallback when anytime you get low on stamina, you just snap that out and keep at it. I don't see a zombie. Okay, cool. We're clear. Like, our combination we're using right now of the nightsticks and the short blades is going extremely well, because the nightsticks actually have pretty good damage, pretty good durability. Again, they're kind of an all-arounder. Not amazing at anything, but pretty good at everything. I saw zombies back there. Yeah, and I immediately turned around because I have no idea how many zombies are there, so just assume it's a horde. If it ends up being one, I'd rather be pleasantly surprised than caught in trouble. Hey, the Grainer Danish, how's it going? catch up with Chad again in a minute. The zombies are being pretty aggressive. Excellent Indian food is always a good time. But yeah, stream has been going well. Our sleep scheduling game is all messed up, which happens. And the katana's just hand been delivered to me, so I'm going to say it's going really good here in about 2 seconds. Alright, note to self, when Greater Danish shows up, katanas are out. So, keep that for future reference. Yeah, like I knew a zombie was over there and just suddenly like the zombie just strolls into the katana. I was like, alright, I'll take that. I just ran out of machetes. Where I said there was like no chance we hit 30k tonight, there might be a chance. Because we're killing, even without counting the katana, we're killing a lot faster than we have the previous days. That extra point in strength, or the extra point we got in strength and in fitness is going a long way. Alright, don't be one of these crap katanas that like loses durability every 2 hits, please. We also found the katana just in time for daylight. I see you, zombie. Give me a moment. I'd rather pull forward a little bit more and then deal with you. And that radio is drawing the zombies in from much farther, which I'm okay with. Like, I'm giving ourselves more and more of a wide berth to deal with these zombies. It also help keep them from strolling in on me later. Alright, we're getting nauseous from the sheer number of bodies we're dealing with. Alright, our katana's about to break, but it had another 100 kills for us. This has not been one of our better katanas, unfortunately. But it is what it is. It's a katana. I'm sure not going to complain about getting a bunch more kills easily. Right, put that away. So, in-game time, that katana lasted about 2 hours. Like, not real time, in-game time. That's how fast we destroyed the katana. It got us like 100-something kills in that time, but it only lasts about 2 hours. Okay, so we're just clearing out a bunch of riverside. Yeah, the radio keeps pulling these ones that are out in these trees out to us, which is fine. Like, it's getting them to us little by little. That's cool. We do want to kill them all, so I don't care what rate they get to us, how they get to us, as long as they get to us. Yep, got a horde we pulled over there. Half a horde over here. I mean, what's left of a horde over here. I'm trying to watch this one particularly because the last time we had the air activity, we saw it at the 8 o'clock update. So we are watching to see if we get it here, because we are getting pretty close to a helicopter. Yep, the great zombie genocide. We will kill them all. And we are getting pretty well along. We're at 28,200-ish zombies dead. So we're a little bit earlier on stream. I was like, yeah, there's no way we get to 30,000 this stream. Like, oh, actually that's looking pretty promising at this point. I hadn't quite anticipated how much a difference that point in strength and fitness is going to make for us, where I could just almost stay in the fight indefinitely with the nightstick. Almost, not quite. Obsidian cashing in our 10 push-ups. I'll knock those out real fast and be right back. Okay. Right now, I'm mostly, the two things I'm working on right now is one, just killing killing the zombies. That is our bleh, I can words, jeez. It is our main objective that we are trying to do, just period in general. But I'm also deliberately trying to push downtown towards the Enigma bookstore in hopes I can find our expert tailoring book, because I think that might be the only book we're missing, period. That way when we have days of absolutely terrible weather, that kind of thing, I can work on tailoring skill. Because that's how we've been dealing with that kind of stuff, is when the situation's bad for killing zombies, either, like, we get back home and the timing's crap that it's not worth us driving all the way back out to, you know, deal with that, work on our skills, stuff like that. Because this is a marathon, so, you know, the whole idea, minimize risk, keep doing that, Repeat until zombie's gone. You don't think Ellen is a real doctor? How dare you? You are welcome to take your complaints directly to Dr. Ellen Ennis. She'll be more than happy to see you out back with whatever blunt instrument she has handy. That way we can settle this discussion once and for all. Alright, we're getting a decent number of 2 taps out of our hunting knives now. Not always, but 2 and 3 taps. That's good. Elgo, so you can submit a complaint to the Kentucky Board of Medical Licensure, but I'm not sure when they'll get back with you. Short blade, I think 6 at the moment. Yeah, 6, just about to hit 7. Oh, there's a hunting knife. So, like, that's how much damage we're doing, and we're only at 6. Like I said, most weapons, by the time you get to, like, 8, 9, 10, you're just one-shotting with them. Like, some, I should say, weapon types. You'll be one-shotting with them quite often. Like, there's very few weapon types, or actually, I can't think of any weapon types that at 8, 9, and 10 you aren't one-shotting at least a decent amount. I mean, the garden fork is pretty baller. The hand fork, on the other hand, is not good. I certainly will use it, but it is not good. Alright, pushed her, so we're aggroing something. There you are. Alright. Of course, head to Agamor's like, why didn't we execute? Why did we push? Okay. We're getting to full-on nauseous. Just fighting zombie after zombie over here. I need to get away from these bodies, but it's just not happening. Oh, I shouldn't have stabbed him. Oh well, that's one of ours whose shirt ruined. Okay. We just keep fighting, fighting, fighting. The longer away from giant heaps of bodies, the better. Guys immediately get pushed back into the bodies. Yep. Yep, Dr. Ellen Ennis is quite the absolute annihilator of zombies. Okay, another group down. I want to get away from these bodies because you are seeing I am getting full-on nauseous from the sheer amount of time we're spending around, well, too many corpses. So that is problematic. We do have the radio blasting, which is drawing the zombies in from farther away, which is actually intentional. We are here to kill everyone, so you know. If I can do something to make myself a zombie magnet, let's do it. That one took 4 stabs. That's disappointing. Looks like another group had moved in here. That's fine. Let's see. Ogos is saying, could always swing up to the police department, see if you can't find yourself a wee-woo mobile. I unfortunately already checked the parking lot, no wee-woo mobile. I would have actually given the wee-woo mobiles a go already at this place. Just like start out on the edge, turn on the wee-woo mobile, and just slowly creep into this town as we fight more and more. Unfortunately, we have yet to find a functional wee-woo mobile. But yeah, I did check the police department. It was one of the first places I looked. I think it just had like one, of the same type of car I have, but a white one we had. Gotcha. Actually, this hasn't had, like, in this run, this hasn't even been our most impressive body pile up. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm all caught up. Orancian, and if I mispronounce that name, please correct me and I'll try and do better in the future, said, I've been watching a lot of, and I'm just going to say he's had PZ streams lately, and got to say, I think that's the most impressive body pile I've seen yet. I would say probably this run, the country club was, yeah, the country club, like, literally the road was solid. Oh, wait. Can we find it again real fast? We did, yay. We had so many bodies just, you couldn't see the road, you couldn't drive around. It was an experience. Like, we just kept showing up, doing the police sirens again and again, having a couple hundred kills each and every day in that one spot, had the helicopter show up. It was an experience. And then on top of that, like, we killed so many zombies there, we ended up finding, I think it was like 4 katanas in the course of like 3-4 days. Like, it was something. Like, I actually stopped and took a screenshot of it, and I need to post that in the Discord because it was absurd. And as you'll notice, as we live longer and longer, our ability to fight is just getting better and better. I'm not looking for that hunting knife. So we will just get to the point where thrashing zombies. Alright, we're getting like legit sick here. I need to get away from these bodies. They're still showing us nauseous, but if you look at our character's heat in the, up here, we're getting hot from this. It's like, I need to be away from these bodies. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to go with Young Green. Welcome to the stream. If I have mispronounced your name, please let me know, and I will try and do better. Yeah. Now granted, I would say this is probably our second most impressive body pile we've got going. I will also say this body pile has accumulated much faster than the country clubs. Like, the country clubs is like a war of attrition versus we're kind of just strolling down the street and just having ourselves a nice little day. I'll just deal with you then if you're going to come out. We're getting pretty close to the Enigma bookstore. Like I said, the primary objective is just to kill the zombies. But I do have a secondary objective right now, is I want to reach Enigma bookstore to check to see if they have the expert tailoring book. Because I believe it might be the only book I'm missing. And if that's the case, then when we have rainy days, I can get that skill worked out. get our stuff maximum defense. That way, should I goof, which statistically speaking is going to happen sooner or later, then all I do is just hope that the dice roll works in our favor and put everything we can to help it rule in our favor. Sure, I can do that here in just a moment. Let me get rid of these 2 zombies so I'm safe-ish. Because we are tired, so it is going to be time for us to head back to our home here. Okay, so we want to see skills. Let me drag them off so they're not behind the text here for you. Okay, so we've got ourselves up to 6 fitness, 7 strength. We did start with 0 fitness, 0 strength. We're coming up at about 4.5 nimble. We also started with 0. We started everything at 0, just to be clear. Most of our combat skills are at 6, with short blunt and short blade almost at 7, maintenance at 7. Axe and spear lagging behind just a little bit because I don't make them, I only find them, and they're less common. Our carpentry is maxed out. Cooking is at 8. Farming and tailoring are at 6. Those have stalled out basically since winter started. Mechanic is at 4. Electrical is at about to be 4. First aid we have a negligible amount because I may have tripped on 2 separate occasions. We have yet to get a single point in metalworking, which is something we should work on. Let's see. Aiming is at 5, and reloading is at 4. That's because we went on 1 or 2 gun rampages. They're really not a significant number of our kills, probably less than 5%. I'm pretty sure less than 5%. So, not a major contribution. It's mostly I had a ridiculous amount of ammo and said, you know, I probably don't want a ridiculous amount of ammo. And our survivalist skills are all crap because I've never worked on them in a meaningful capacity. However, when spring rolls around, we're probably going to gain a lot of fishing. Because that is how we're going to gain weight. And we are driving ridiculously slow. We do not have Sunday driver. I have cruise control on set to 10 miles per hour. For those not aware, Shift W will turn on your cruise control and increment it up by 5 miles per hour. Shift S will increment it down by 5 miles per hour, and then if you tap the brake, it turns it off. So when you are going over the zombies, like, it's good to go slow, not because it hurts your vehicle to drive over zombie corpses, but it's easy to launch your car into 2 wheels or into the air and stuff like that. So you want to slow down when you're doing that. How is our water situation? We've got plenty there. We've got plenty there. We've got the veggies here. How's our food situation? We have a potato left, and then we're hitting our cereal. Thank you for the follow. MewmI85, welcome to the stream. How long to rot without electricity? It depends on the item. So, like, potatoes last for a very long time versus stuff like cabbage rots pretty quick. I mean, and it's a significant variance, unfortunately. But to give you an idea, we froze potatoes in a freezer right before winter started, and we are still eating those potatoes 3+ months later. We're coming up pretty close to the end of winter, so that'll give you an idea that frozen goods last a long time. They do rot, to be clear. They do still rot in this game, but like potatoes last forever, not literally forever, but a very long time. Strawberries do okay. Cabbage is pretty crap. Radish is okay. Tomatoes are okay. You know, I think we're at the time where we circle back to our main base. That way I can grab some more primary weapons. I can ditch these machetes that are broken and this katana that's broken. Restocking our stuff. Do I drag that home? No. So this vehicle is all gassed up and ready. It's in good shape, other than the window. So I'm keeping it here as a, in case something happens, like we blow out a pair of tires on this vehicle, or we get it stuck and we can't recover it because there's too many zombies or whatever, that's my backup vehicle. Because right now we live so far away from Riverside I do not want to walk. I thought I was past all the bodies, which is why I was speeding up. Okay. And for those not familiar with the emergency broadcast channel, I highly recommend finding this radio station in-game. If you look at any radio, you may check down here what's this channel, and you might see automated emergency frequency. If you do, make sure to remember that number. It changes every single playthrough, so don't bother looking at mine. Yours probably won't match. But when you tune into that, every hour on the hour, it will tell you today's weather, tomorrow's weather. If there's any significant weather event coming up, like a tropical storm or blizzard or anything like that, it'll say, hey, you got a storm coming in 3 days or whatever. It'll also tell you if you have the power's not out yet, it'll say, hey, there's something wrong with the power grid, to give you a nice 1 to 2 day warning that the power's about to drop. And in addition to that, if you have helicopters on, or multiple helicopters on in our case, then it'll actually warn you when the helicopter's nearby. So it is an extremely valuable resource for staying alive by knowing, oh, there's going to be a really terrible fog tomorrow. I was trying to maneuver around him, but that's fine. We're probably up to 16, 17 zombies killed by means other than me hitting them with weapons, which means they don't count, sadly. But that gives more availability for other people to beat whatever my body count is when this is done. But yeah, all this place we were traveling used to be full of zombies. Like everywhere we went, we were dealing with hordes. There was no place without real hordes on this map that we were dealing with. So, as you can see from this series of bodies right here, that hurt. I was trying to get around the bodies and hit the tree. That's a good way to mess up a run. We didn't take an actual injury, though. We just banged ourselves up a little. Probably made this car a lot less nice. There's so many bodies. That's because we had a, down in that area, we brought the helicopter there No, was the helicopter there or was that the country club? Either way, it doesn't matter. We drew zombies there not so long ago during an event or whatever. Check out how the car is when you get there, because that was a pretty solid hit. We hit that tree going about 50. Which is interesting, because like I almost never hit trees at any type of real speed. Not that I never hit them, it's just usually like I bump them at like 5-10 miles per hour because I'm trying to back out, like move a car, that kind of thing. I think the next time we have really bad weather, I'm going to take the time to start working on our metalworking. And the reason for that is so I can actually take one of these police cars, since I'm just not finding one. And maybe we do slowly and meticulously bring it back to life. I don't want to do that because the engine will be absolute hell. But it might be an option. Realistically, I'll just work on metalworking, probably get to the point that we find one, and then we can keep it in good repair. You know, pull out good gas tanks, put them in, that kind of thing, upgrade the car. So to clarify, the build I'm running is what I refer to as 0 to hero. So the idea is I don't start with anything at all that gives me any kind of points. So I don't start with a single point in fitness, a single point in, strength, no weapon skills, no trade skills, no crafting skills, nothing. And part of that is I choose unemployed, so I don't get any of the stuff from the various thing. It's not some min-maxy strategy, it's not something to go, oh hey, look, this is the best way of doing it. It's objectively a bad build. Doesn't matter if you're beginner player or advanced, it's just objectively a bad build. But it is 0 to hero. We start, like, our skills pane here starts completely empty. Nothing here. Nothing at all. Not a single point anywhere to be found. So that's kind of the gist of it. And you can accomplish that with some of the existing characters, no, maybe you can't. It doesn't matter. But it's just the build I go for, like, this whole 0 to hero thing. I will warn people, if you do decide to copy the 0 to hero build, I will warn you that early game is rough. Like, really rough. You have to be very careful to pick your fights and all that, and take your time and be methodical. Or you'll just tap out of fitness, or tap out of stamina and die. And thank you for the follow, Raffens. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, so unemployment wasn't a strategic choice; it was a choice for the gimmick of the character. Now, that said, if people are trying to go, okay, what occupations should I consider? Burglar is excellent for being able to hotwire. I can't remember if it's like repairman or handyman or whatever, but it gives you maintenance. That's a strong candidate. The firefighter and lumberjack are decent. Like, honestly, there's a ton, like, veteran can be good if you're going to use guns. Like, there's tons of good ones out there. It's just, I went with unemployed because it's just the generic, I don't have anything specialized, it's just a character. Because you'll actually find, while when I play games, I tend to get very competent with them, but it's very rare that I will min-max a game. Like, to me, if a game requires me to go to that level of fine-tuning where there is the correct way to build your character and everything else is wrong, or even worse, that the game can't be beaten realistically with the others, I'm not interested. Like, that's one of my big problems when I was playing games like World of Warcraft, that you'd go through your talent tree and just objectively there was like 2 or 3 correct ways to build a character, if that, and then all of their builds are wrong for that class. And that, to me, rankled me the wrong way. It's one of the reasons why I really like Path of Exile. It's one of those games that has so many ways you can do the same thing to have nuanced differences that, like, even quote-unquote copying someone else's build, you'll have variation. Just because of itemization and all that kind of stuff. And I also like Project Zomboid because, for the most part, it doesn't matter what occupation or talents you choose. There's only a few that drastically, like, you have to address. That's deaf and illiterate. But pretty much everything else, you can do all the things in the game with those traits. It just might be more difficult. Yeah, we did a number to the front end of this car. I mean, to be fair, the fact that the car's still driving when, like, if you hit a tree going 50 miles per hour in real life, your car is not happy. Yeah, we all but busted our hood and windshield. So I'm thinking that that spare car we saw, that might become our main car. In fact, I'm going to plan for that to actually be a thing, and I'm going to take a window off one of these. I've already taken both this car's windows. We're going to take a window off of this one. Oh, meta events. They don't mean much when I'm down by my base anymore. We have killed pretty much everything here. Hold up, wait, hold up. You have 500 horsepower? How did I not notice this? I mean, you're not in good shape, but 500 horsies? Let's talk? You... And how's your engine? Your engine's not in great shape. Okay. That's something I should note. Not that I'm going to drive that all the time or anything, because that car is frankly in terrible shape, but good to know. I thought I saw something move. Yeah, I didn't even notice it was the dash, because like it was all beat up, so I just kind of ignored it. Well, we're now down to no more tomatoes. Just radishes and potatoes. That is what our life has become now. Alright, this is 14 katanas on the katana bed. You're not wrong. I think after the katana bed is full, I'm gonna make like a proper like katana display, like in the middle. Like that might be what goes here, is putting on some like white countertops or something that we can see easy, and like have a display of just all the katanas, because you know we're gonna get so many more over time. All right, let's not get too excited. Let's go over here, find what we have in the way of tape and glue and that kind of stuff. Give me your tape. No, don't forget adhesive tape. Oh, I guess I don't have any. That's fine. Okay. So, we have quite a few katanas here. Not katanas, machetes. And even though it's not the most efficient, I repair these a couple times each. I know it'd be more efficient to repair each one once, but you know. Alright, that's 3 machetes repaired and ready for action. Alright, what else are we gonna bring? And a garden hoe. That's probably enough. Oh, I probably should ditch some of these hunting knives. Because that's way too many. Alright, that's full. That's full. Grab one nightstick. We're not overburned, so let's grab a second garden hoe. Okay. So we're pretty well armed at this point.